Hello friends, last time we finished this screen, this welcome screen. Today we try to create this login screen. So the idea is after a user presses the login button, it will be directed to this login screen. First of all, we create new Dart file, the login screen. Stateless widget. Import material. For now, let's return center with child text. Login screen. It can be const. Now we need a way to navigate to that screen from the welcome screen. So when a user presses login, we navigate to this new screen. On the welcome screen, let's find the login button. It's here. On pressed, we need to call navigator of context. Push material page route. Builder it will return the new login screen. Add some commas for better formatting. Save, and let's see if that works. Press login, and we on the new login screen. You may wonder why the text is red, because it doesn't have an ancestor which is of type material. So instead of returning center, we can return, let's cut it, return scaffold and body. Move the const scaffold. Oh, sorry. Remove from here. Save it. The text is formatted according to material design. Now we don't really need the text, we need all this stuff instead. So it looks like a column. We've got the first element, first child of the column will be text, image, text field, another text field. This looks like a button, another button. This could also be a button. More buttons, another text. We'll see what we can do. So let's, instead of center, we need to have column. And a lot of children. Let's remove the const. First will be text. welcome back. Add some style. Font size 24. Font weight bold. Let's format. Add const. Add comma for better formatting. Save it. We see welcome back up the top. Next child will be this image. So let's add it to the assets. I believe this is the image. Yes. Move it to the assets, images. Okay, so after text we need image, asset, link to the asset. It's login image. Save it. We've got an error as we can expect. Let's hot restart. Click login. Still error. So what we need to do? Just restart the app. Try now. Bam, we have an image. After the image we have two fields where in the first one I guess the user can type their address, in the second one password. For easier styling I like to use Cupertino text field. Instead of normal text field, because in Cupertino we can use box decoration, which is for me easier to style than the normal input decoration in text field. So we need two of those. Next we've got this button, forgot password. It's text button. On pressed empty callback, child text, forgot password. This can be const, this as well. Let's see what we've got now. Doesn't look exactly like we want, but we'll go back to it and make it better. For now we're doing just the whole structure of the screen. So after that we've got this login button. We used such button on the welcome screen, so we can copy that from there for now. This was it. Ctrl W, Ctrl C. Paste it here. On pressed, we don't want any navigation, So empty callback. After this button we can see another text: login via OTP. I guess it's one-time password. So it's normal text button. Copy this one, paste after this button, login via OTP. Next we have this row with two social media buttons. We can copy them from the welcome screen. This is the row. We need to import correct files. After this row we've got more text: don't have an account, signed up. So let's make it as a normal text for now. This can be const, and that's all we need as the structure. Let's check. Oh, we've got one warning. Yeah, we forgot about const in here. Gone. Back to our login page. Let's save it, see what we've got. So we've got all the elements. Now we just need to style it properly. Let's commit at this point. Add login screen. So let's first work on better positioning all these elements on the screen. I think a good idea would be to wrap this image in the expanded. Expanded. And then we can take care of the rest. So at the bottom we have some space. We've got also some space between this text and the buttons. More space here, space, everywhere is some space. Let's start from the top maybe. Maybe we add some space between the text welcome back. We can do that in a few different ways. But in this project, let's just use sized box. Height, let's say 32. Now we need some space between these elements. So at the bottom, let's add some spacing. Maybe 32 as well. Some space, and let's copy this and add some space between this row of the buttons and the text. 16 maybe in this. Copy this between the row and this button. Between this button and these two buttons as well. We can do that with padding as well, but I prefer sized boxes for this simple layout. That's more like it. And here we've got this forgot password button on the right side. So we can wrap it in a row. And as a first child, we can use spacer. That way it will move to the right, because spacer will take the remaining space of the row. Now let's add some padding around the whole column. Wrap with padding. Boom. $32 maybe. Now we don't need this size box in this case. Ctrl Y to delete the line, and this at the end as well. Something like this. Let's commit. Next we'll take care of these input fields. So we've got them here. You see we've got an icon in here. So we can use prefix . So looks like a mail outline maybe. We've got it here. At the end we can use suffix, icon, icons, check maybe, check circle, looks like it, yeah. Now let's add this line. So we can use decoration, box decoration. It will be border, bottom, border side, I guess. Color, let's do colors blue. Blue. Let's see how it looks like. Yeah, we've got the border. We can add some more padding and obviously some more commas. Padding. .32 maybe. That's too much. You can see we've got some padding between the icon and the text. Something like here. So let's use maybe symmetric, horizontal 24, vertical 16. Yeah, something like this. Maybe a 12. Now we can change the colors to be like on the image, because for now it's all black. Icon colors. Same for the other icon. And we can change the text color as well with style property, text style, color, colors blue. This is something like on this image. There's the different shade of blue, but for now we can use blue. Let's take care of the another text field. We can copy all this, paste it here, and instead of the mail icon we need, I believe, lock. Instead of this check icon we need some visibility icon. Something like this. And we need the text to be hidden. For that we can use property obscure text and set it to true. Now we don't see the text but just the dots. So let's commit. Style, text fields. We can add some space between these text fields and maybe some space between this button and the text field in here. this is the first text field. Size boxed, height, let's say 8. And the same after the that's a bit better. Now let's see how this behaves when we resize. We can see the image is resizing because it's in expanded. Let's see how it will look like and behave on mobile, because on the desktop we don't need to worry about the keyboard showing up on the screen. Let's fire up emulator, maybe the smallest one I've got, and start the program on this. If I remember correctly, is 720 by 480, so it's very small. We've got our welcome screen. Let's press login, and you see the image is resized. We don't have any overflow errors even on this small screen. But let's see what happens when we press on the text field. You see, we've got the overflow error. To get rid of that, we can, in the scaffold, use property resize to avoid bottom inset and set it to false. Now when we click, we don't have any resizing. The keyboard just shows up over the background. Notice when I click anywhere on the screen, the keyboard doesn't hide. We need to click the back button to hide the keyboard. So we can wrap the scaffold in gesture detector. And then on top we can call focus scope of context unfocus. That way we can click anywhere outside of the text field to hide the keyboard. Let's commit, improve user experience on mobile. That's all for today. Next time I try to add some fancy animation when we go from this welcome screen to the login screen. So thanks very much. See you next time.